You cannot seem to get to me. I am back with a stolen identity. You know I see through anything. I'm a one-man army with a bitter sting. You give me no reasons. I'm broken to pieces. There's no one who can erase. Stay frame. You know that's why I don't behave the same. Whenever you are here, I see clear, shed a tear. Don't know if I can pretend all the way to the end. You know the truth is hard to. I lost track of what I wanted. Ever since the party started. If there's a way for me and you, then I know just what to do. I know it doesn't matter. I'm broken and I'm shattered. There's no one who can erase. Stay frame. You know that's why I don't behave the same. Whenever you are here, I see clear, shed a tear. Don't know if I can pretend all the way to the end. You know the truth is hard to bend. You cannot seem to get to me. I am back with a stolen identity. You know I see through anything. I'm a one-man army with a bitter sting. You know that's why I don't behave the same. Whenever you are here, I see clear, shed a tear. Don't know if I can pretend all the way to the end. You know the truth is hard to bend. Oh yeah. I am off to invisible grounds. Don't know when to stop. Returning, it's not the way for me. Only a mile to go. Somewhere I belong. I'll see it clearer now. I'm learning the path as I go. Everybody knows it's spoken on the radio. There is a truth in the lies. I dare to leave you twice. off to invisible grounds. Don't know when to stop. Returning is not the way for me. Only a mile to go. Somewhere I belong. I see it clearer now. I feel like I'm all out of time. So tell me you stay behind. Make sure I get to the end. I hope you can see in the dark. It only takes us a little spark. Filling my head with the light. Oh yeah.
Aloha! How are we going, everybody? We are here at Silverstone for round 5, Simrigs Sprint Series, and tonight's action is a mini endurance. So we've got 90 minutes tonight, no mandatory pit stops. So it's up to the drivers to decide what they can do with their vehicles, with their pit stops, if they want any. You're going to want some, at least one. How are we, chat? Hope we're all well. Qualifying started 15 minutes earlier tonight, but it's kind of boring to watch. So we just pop in here watching Spidey dance around. And let's get to the nitty gritty. Bear with me tonight. I've been up early. I don't get up early normally. I just had to get up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning to watch an absolutely abysmal effort by the Socceroos. Get absolutely stuffed. But well done, France. You should have spanked us. Based on how much your squad's worth. You're probably about 6 goals short. And, hello, mate. Well, my brother's here, so I've been waiting for him for about 5 minutes. So, I'll be back in a second. Peace be with you. All right, sorry about that. I'm back now. Hope you've all been behaving yourselves in chat. Whew, that was a lot of work. What is cranking here? John Sinica sitting in P1. 1:58.1. That's a smart lap. Sean Glover, welcome to Pro Class, mate. You should have been set to that anyway. What have I missed in chat? What is going on? Didn't practice for the 90-minute race. It's just like a 60-minute race, but with an extra 30 minutes. And that's not your baked potatoes there, Mr. Cranage. JP Sneakers goes P1. 1:58, dead on the nose. Great lap. Pipsy's brother again. Henderson Blair, fresh from their return last couple of weeks. They're up in the top 5. Vincent up P6. Hignett Reynolds with a massive race last week. Fingers crossed he can stay clear of those 10-second penalties. No speeding, mate. Maddox with a fresh livery. He's in P9 with Megan D. She's rounding out the top 10 at the moment. But there's still a few on flyers. Megan is up 3/10 at the moment. That'll change for quite a few spots, maybe. Maybe squeeze top 5 if she nails the rest of this lap. Sorry, just trying to catch up with chat. Megan D improves to P6. Bang. JP, will he do a sub 58? Will he get into the 57s? Based on what I can see, this lap is going to scare the living Jesus out of you. $57.695. Huge there. Jean-Pierre. The Pro Series, mate. What an event that was. Oh, it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, Sean Glover should be Pro. I did say that anyone that made the Pro Series would be upgraded to Pro, because that sounds fair, but he slipped through to the keeper. And there we go. The grid is set for this little mini endurance here at Silverstone. Yeah, the Pro Series was absolutely fantastic for round 1. 37 of the 40 competitors managed to make the first round. And this week we're obviously going to be here at Silverstone as well, because that sort of follows the schedule, so they don't have to practice as much if they're doing both Sprint and Pro Series. Right, let's just mix this up a bit. So we don't really need pit info too much. We will check it to see what these pit times are if they go into change to some new hoops to get some extra fuel, which they will need to do. So we'll go with current stint. Nah, pitted lap. We'll go with that. My dog's just running around in the background. He's an old bastard. Yeah, the racing of the Pro Series is fantastic. Obviously, you saw a few little taps and scrapes and a little bit of a drama, but the racing overall was stellar, and I can't wait for round 2. The weather outside, it's sunny. I don't see 27 degrees, no wind, slight cloud. Out there at the moment though, Looks like we have 36. Charles Clark, you did fantastic in the Pro Series, mate. Grantas Caracas, he was the winner. Just pipping Bakita. That was deemed a racing incident. So they'll go head to toe again next round. Yeah, it was a racing incident. No penalty given. All right, so let's just talk about the standings here in this split for Split Sunset. Jean-Pierre Sneakers, he currently leads the way with 531 points. I'll click on my little table here. He's 71 points clear of his brother John, who has 455. Reynolds is P3 with 430. Hignet's on 303. Vincent at 285. Herod 260. And Samwise Holmes is on 252. They're the lead 7 pro class. Now, Sean Glover is going to move to Pro-Am. He currently leads Pro-Am, but it's only fair that he moves to Pro. So, Tom McDonald's leads the way for the Pro-Am class with 196. Bub now right behind with 181. And Josh Breen in his beloved little Lexus. He's on 163 points. Straight on the order, we go down to Andy Bishop. He's on 65 points. He leads AM class. John Stockton, 20 points behind on 45. And George Casher, who I think makes his return tonight. He's in P3 on 20 points. So still got 3 rounds to go, which includes this one. Next week, we are off to Nürburgring, I believe. Well, sorry, next round we're off to Nürburgring. Next week's a week off for the Endurance. And the final round in the Sprint Series will be at Kyalami. And that is pretty much the year. Look at the safety car. Love it. Oh, you little beauty. Everything's working tonight. You can piss that off. All right. What's your thoughts, chat? JP going to continue his stellar form of recent times? Or we see an upset tonight, a bit of sadness, a bit of drama? Where has the year gone? It's gone. It's just gone. Benny Vincent's got a few fans in chat. Need a bit of fan boost. Currently he's travelling at P8. Oh, sorry, P7. I don't know if that's so important because it's a safety car, but... So it's Aston from Honda, from Porsche, from McLaren. JP more like joke player. I think that's about a probably grade 2 insult. And doesn't deserve any more notice. Sean Glover is down 2 spots in qualifying. Formation lap. I wonder if that's a... Did I see something impeding penalty from the stewards? Yes, there we go. So car 77 has a 2-place grid penalty for ignoring blue flags impeding during qualifying. All right, we'll wait with bated breath here for the start of this race. It's 90 minutes around Silverstone. There's no mandatory stops. It's up to you to look after those tyres. If you want to swap, you can. It does that to your pit stop. We saw Alico Rudin do a master plan in another split last season. Looks like we're going to have a nice sunny race. Much to the pleasure of all these drivers. Alrighty, let's wait for greens. And get round 5 underway. And we're off here at Silverstone. Henderson looks on the inside. Oh, Johnson Negus opens up his steering thing and he was going to be hit, but that's absolutely fine. Henderson gets through. We go further back here. That looks like Vincent is having a look here. Reynolds is on the outside, inside, through Maggots and Beckett's. This is a scary proposition early on here at a congested field. Megan D is right there as well. And I was wondering why I couldn't see anything. That makes my life a lot easier. 3 wide right here as they come down hanging straight. Oh, that's a lovely looking livery there. Robert Maddox with Samrise Holmes on the inside. He's got a look and he gets the move done. Lots of space left. This is a great solid start here by Split Sunset. As I say that, yellow flags light up. Death taxes and me cursing someone. Apologies in advance. Have they slowed down? They have slowed down. That seems like it's an early safety car here. Car 33. What are you doing leading the race on my little widget here? A race leader, Lee Perkins. Look at the lead he's got. He's absolutely flying. Absolutely flying. He leads this race for Merlin Motorsport. Oh, he's dropped back 36 positions in the lap. There, or corner. Gotta love ACC timing. And there's a safety car waiting to pick up the field. Slowly dropping down the order. I don't know why it does that. Like, it's not even on the same portion of the track. But you do you. I hate that saying. I hate that saying. All right, let's try and find out in a little replay camera what's transpired. I don't actually mind that early if there's a little bit of niggles, just to get the safety car involved in the race. It's a longish race. I think I see a draft. Oh shit, that's not how your computer mow. Right, who was involved here? Looks like Chad Sugden. Oh yeah, I see. Bit of a nasty one. Let's have a quick squeeze. So this is on lap 1. We're just looking at the 3 wide. I must have just flicked the camera at the wrong time. Well, this is a separate 3 wide actually. Oh yeah. That's pretty racy there. That's unfortunate there. So that's Chad and an Audi driver. Could be Josh Morgan. Yeah, it's Joshua Morgan. So that's unfortunate. But they soldier on. 33's back in the pits. This is a very interesting looking single file. I would like to know what is going on. Single file, spread it out. .33 showing glimpses of being the GOAT of OOR. Interesting. I'm not sure I've ever had that as a instruction. You just need to gap further whilst the safety car's there. Like, you don't need to be within 2 meters. It's not F1. Tyre warming does 5/5 of fuck all. But I reckon the safety car is going to come in this lap. The field's pretty much bunched. 33, the GOAT of OOR, is just jumping on the back of the field. And we'll kick this off again. Just trying to see who's a bit of a mover and shaker here. Josh Morgan, you can see there, he lost 13 positions in that first lap. Henderson's jumped a couple, but that does include that Sean Glover had a 2-place grid penalty for a qualifying infraction. Reynolds up 3, as I was mentioning. Lachlan Nichols has dropped 3. You can see at the back there, a lot of cars have jumped 3 or 5 positions due to those involved in incidents. Safety car has peeled away. So, JP, over to you, sir, to take us for another spin around Silverstone, and he's off. Henderson stayed right there with him. But I don't mind the single file restart, especially in a longer race. The more cars we have involved for that last 20 minutes, the better. What's your pick of the cars here for these longer events? Or is it doesn't really matter? I do really like these liveries that the 2T Racing boys put together. And that's a great view. Scotty Blair right on the back. But we just go a bit further back here again. These 4 are looking ominous. Samwise Holmes in the Audi. Megan D. That's Robert Maddox. And Matty Herod. I'm just starting to get used to all the drivers and their vehicles and their liveries. Only for them to change nearly week in, week out. Now, these tyres won't quite be in that optimal range right now. Won't take long, but a couple of laps you'll probably see them push a little bit harder. But it's a longer race. It is the Sprint Series, but this is the longest event that we do for the sprints. And this format was first introduced last season when we headed off to Mount Panorama, and it was an absolute winner. And then we did a vote to see if anyone liked it. And I'm pretty sure it was the most one-sided vote that we've ever done in our Discord. And here it is. I'm trying to remember who won Split Sunset last year. I can't remember if Kai Rudin was in this split. It could have been JP. It probably was JP. He won everything else. But he's currently P2. Car behind's in P1, because that makes perfect sense. Said no one. So our championship leaders, JP leads the way. P2 in the championship, John's sitting in 3rd. And in the background, that looks like Scotty Blair's gone off at the exit of Maggots and Beckett's, and he's lost a couple of positions. One to this man who's sitting in P3 in the championship. He's doing a stellar job in what is an absolute boat of a car. In terms of performance, not as in how amazing it is. Just look at it. It is absolutely sex. Just slow. Not you, Reynolds, the car. Vintner, Hignett. Hignett's been up and about in the last few rounds. Looking very racy. Scotty Blair's just trying to get back into the groove after that off at Maggots and Beckett's last lap. Samwise Holmes will show the nose, but he just got to slap it out of the way. And he also likes it. So last week, our point of emphasis was on the dive bombs and the sticking the nose in, and there's a lot of stuff that we've gone over behind the scenes to look at some, to show and educate what's good, what's not. In the background we can see a couple of cars having a Barney. Next round we'll have another point of emphasis. We didn't want to do one every single week and confuse everybody. But we want to use it as an educational tool rather than a, hey, what are you doing that for? I think that's the best way forward, is just to get a bit more resources out there in terms of education on driving rules, how you should kind of handle your car on the track in certain moments, rather than just trying to be quick. There's lots of facets of racing. And as Megan D just saw there, she absolutely smashed Maggots and Beckett's. And he's going to have a look on the outside, but Samwise is defending where you'd expect to do. Can Megan hang it? Oh, just a little bit of a bump there. That'll be play on. A little bit too far back there to have a look. Up the front though, that is not nice. Looks like Cardillo and Shawnee Glover have come together. Cardillo is still around if he's car 100. Yeah, he is. We'll try and find out what happened there in a sec. Scotty Blair, see you later, sunshine! Exit stage, God knows where. That is not going to pay off for you, son. He's having a couple of technical difficulties with his internet of late. He's not paying those hamsters well enough. So that's really sort of shaken up the back end of the top 10, because you've got the Sneakers brothers and Henderson. They're out of here. And the big winner out of all that's been Ashton Reynolds. He's up 6 positions already. The man's on fire. So I'll just head over to the replay monitor. And it's trying to find out what's happened. A very notorious corner where that's transpired though. I think I've seen that every single time at Silverstone. Alright, this is what happened to Cardillo and Sean Glover. Yeah, Glover's just got that a little bit late under brakes and has sent Cardillo on a excursion through the countryside here in England. And I don't think he'll be writing a postcard for him though. Oh, we've got to be careful there with squeezing. If you make your intentions, that's not how you do anything really. That's not what you want to see. Just a clumsy little tap like that. It's out of a corner exit. You don't have the right to just plant your boot through and use your normal acceleration if they have made a mistake ahead. You still got to back off. Sometimes it's hard if they've stayed on the brakes early or they've done something where you just can't expect them to. But yeah, you just got to be a little bit better there out of corner exits. Polizia! So hopefully we don't curse Dylan this week. Had a great little fight back last week at Monza. It's good to see someone else using the Lamborghini. Another car that's kind of gone by the wayside a little bit in the last 3 to 6 months. He's up 4. Our Pro-Am leader is up 6 positions. He's in 12th. But you can just see the gaps on that track map. Massive. There's about... You'd say there's 4 groups of cars overall. The leading 3 cars, and you've got the little group of 5 or 6, which is the one we're going to probably watch the most tonight. And then you got this one here. Oh, that's wide. Who's off there? That's Lachlan Nichols. Another bold strategy, but has not paid off. It's a good racetrack, this one, I find, for not only wheel-to-wheel racing, but as a spectator. It's got a bit of everything. Shawnee Muller having a bit of a look. There's Andy Bishop. So that should be AM class. I don't know why it keeps showing silver, but this man is leading our AM championship. Let's go back at the front. My computer turned off, says Scout. Well, you didn't murder anyone. Just my soul. You went straight off. Definitely got it on stream. Alright. So, Reynolds P4. He's got a gaggle of cars behind. And these positions here that you can look at right now have changed significantly every single lap. Just getting tangled up with each other a little bit. Yeah, Bub now got spun. Similar corner to where Cardillo got spun. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting bunch. You can just... Yeah, they're all racy. They're all ready to go. I don't think the Nissan's super great around here, so he's going to be up against it. But he's a very talented man. As are all these drivers. Vincent is up 3. Hignet's up 3, both in the Beamer. Oh, that's... Shawnee Glover's really struggling under brakes here. I think he's just out braking himself. He knows the Porsches are good brakes. Maybe his brake marker there's 5 metres further towards the corner. But yeah, you just got to be very careful, and luckily he didn't come together with someone else. Can see a few penalties starting to sneak through. Good to see Samwise out there again. He's had a very busy week last week, and he doesn't normally miss races. So he's sitting in P7 in the championship. Where's Hignet? Hignet is P4. So it's very tight for that P3 in Split Sunset. And whispers are the early stages of our race results / standings. New website is just about ready to go. It's pretty bare bones, but it works, and that's what we're all after. Nice little drift there, Ben. So I thank you all for your patience. I'm sure it's going to be worthwhile. Oh, you can just hear Samwise is really pushing that Audi through Maggots and Beckett's. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Samwise Holmes in a front engine car. It's always been in something like the Audi. Actually, I don't even remember seeing him in anything else. Alright, chat. What's your preferred engine configuration in this game? I'm going to group them into 2. Front engine or mid to rear engine? What is your preferred? Let's nut you all out now. See another group here starting to really close up, and in the background as well. It's a long race for a sprint, 90 minutes. Last season, sorry, was very interesting. A lot of different strategies when it came to when to pit. Do I take my tyres to 90 minutes? Do I go and undercut? Do I go and overcut? And I think that's why it's so good, is because it's just... Oh, that's going to be deep there. Lucky they didn't come together. I reckon if Dylan plays his cards right here, he's going to pick up a couple of spots. Because you don't want to pit early and put yourself into blue flag territory or traffic. There's no real drama in sitting behind someone here if they're got good pace. Oh, it's wide. Connor is throwing that car everywhere, so it's going to be interesting soon. I can sense something brewing. Let's go back to chat and just check the update on where you prefer your engine. And if you said in the car, then good on you. Connor Atkins to look around the outside here. It's just a tough corner. It's possible. But Tom McDonald's holding on for now. Are they close enough to get him under brakes? Tom has plonked that car right in the middle of the racetrack. And that's really good defending. He hasn't moved late. He signals his intention. You can tell where he wants to put that car. And he makes you question, do I go inside, outside, or I just back off? So that's good driving there by Tom. Mid, front, yes. Front, mid to rear, where the engine belongs. Front engine is the right choice. Alright, question. How many of you actually have a rear to mid engine car in your garage? And if you were to buy yourself a GT3, which one would you buy? And why is it the Nissan GTR? Great question you ask. So Lachlan Nichols, he's now entered this battle here after his excursion to Maggots and Beckett's several laps ago. Craig Dale saying the Aston Martin V6. I think if you want to scream fuck you money, pardon my French. Oh, Connor taking a really interesting line through the entry of Maggots and Beckett's here. And he's going to really, really suffer on the exit. Tyquin is now all over it. Connor, you're going to have to let him have that space. He's earned that right to be there. So now can Dylan have a really good entry here, and he might be ahead of the exit. He is. He just needs to defend the inside and make Connor earn it around the outside, and he's pulled that move off. He's left the track width. That's the way to do it. Great move, great driving all around. But he's not going away yet. Connor's going to have a look. Not a great corner to make a move. And again, another great decision. Lachlan Nichols, School of Racing, says, where we're going, we don't need roads. He spent more time off track than Colin McRae. Oh, so back to what I was saying about GT3s. Nothing screams fuck you money more than owning a Bentley, I feel. I don't mean this bad. Oh, I do kind of, but nothing screams I've got problems than owning a Porsche at certain points. Now, I'd love a 911 turbo, the old school ones. But out of all these cars, I don't know. I just feel... I wish McLaren would be pretty sweet. I probably upset the whole fan base there, but oh well. If you're spending about that kind of money, it's about the show. And I agree. Which one would be the most expensive? I think the Continental is about 400,000 Australian. Now, Tyquin has caught up to the back of it looks to be Tom McDonald again. So they're going to have a three-way battle. Connor Atkins behind. He just needs to be careful. The third man in usually is the one that upsets the apple cart. McDonald's is going to defend in that middle of the racetrack again. Connor's going to have a look. He doesn't have the room. It tucks in behind Tyquin. Who's that right there? That is John Rad. Now he's putting the pressure on Connor. This is great racing at the moment. I don't want to leave this battle. I can just... It's just been good. It's just been really, really clean and hard and fair. Lachlan, oh, that's a late move, mate, and you've really just played yourself. That is the quickest bit of karma that I've seen. A little bit late into the corner there. Couldn't quite pull it up. Tyquin gets the move done on Tom McDonald. Tom McDonald's going to look on the inside, but he'll be on the outside here. And Tyquin should be able to peel off in front and get another move done and move up to P12. Let's go check out a bit further up the field. Simrigs and Megan D still battling. JP is 4.6 seconds ahead. Hignet's pitted. So there's one of our first pit stops. Interesting. Back down this way. I'm going to stay with this for a while. They've earned this. They're racing very well. Connor, great exit. He may be ahead at the end of this, and you'll need it because he won't have the inside line. Tom will have that. You've got to carry as much speed you can on the outside, and if you can get alongside him, you should be able to make a move. Tom's going to make it hard for him. Doesn't quite have the track to really squeeze. So they're going to go side by side. This is great. Whoa! Don't hit him! Oh my goodness. Tommy McDonald, he's just got it crossed up over that apex, unsettled the car and just thrown himself across the track. So it was still clean racing at wheel to wheel, but he's just made a little bit of an error through the corner. And that's disappointing for our Pro-Am leader at the moment. Big F in chat. I think I saw a comment in chat, a question. Give me some questions. Fire away. As Spidey puts the pressure on John Rad. In terms of stock, I think the Hurricane looks the best. That's a good shout. In terms of GT3 spec, I love the Merc. I keep forgetting about the Mercedes. I think I'd get that. I just think it looks, as a road car, just aggressive as hell. Just aggressive as hell. Question, what's the L2, L5 on the board? That was their last stop. I'll just find out the correct wording for you. Pitted lap. So that was the last time they've pitted. Not pit manoeuvred, pitted. Let's sort of fizzed out that battle now, so let's go up the front a little bit further. Yeah, fire some questions away in chat. If you could have any classic car pre-90s, what would you take? Oh my goodness, that is a tough one. Look, I've always said it. I'm pretty sure the Ferrari Testarossa is an 80s car. And I'd have it just because of what it is. It'd actually probably be a piece of crap to drive. But to say you own a Ferrari Testarossa, I'd probably pick that or an 80s 911 911 Turbo. Don't know what model though. If you're allowed to wear one item of clothing for the rest of your life, which item would you choose? My thongs. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty lazy when it comes to my feet. And I'd slip thongs on in the middle of winter, even though I'm freezing my bejeebies off. Or in saying that, the opposite end of thongs, I'd probably wear my Kathmandu jacket. But then I couldn't leave a cold climate. How does one consume milk? Consume milk. It's just logged in my brain. How does one consume soup? Eat or drink? You drink. You drink soup. It's just chunky. It's a chunky drink. Question. Is breakfast a soup? Is cereal a soup? Find out next episode of Why. Just on an hour remaining here. So 30 minutes have transpired. Not many pit stops, but maybe a little more than I was expecting this early. Tyquin, after some great driving there, he's jumped in. Hopefully none of them are forced. Matthew S. Possibly a silly question, but haven't tuned in for a bit. G'day, welcome back, Matthew. The Fez's still an option. It is still an option. Absolutely. And yes, it's not picked much. I'll try and find one. Yeah, there you go. Couldn't find one. Shad, no. I'll be 1 second. Chat. Alright, sorry about that. I am back now, officially. I'm here. Let's take a look at what's going on. Yeah, so I just had to sort something out that I've been waiting for like 3 or 4 weeks. So, cars, IRL. So JP Sneakers leads the way, P1. Henderson, we just saw on screen whilst I was off camera, have a bit of a moment. He managed to hold off John's approaches for now. We started the race with 39 or 37. We're down to 30, so a little bit of sadness, but yeah, that's the way it goes. So I'm just going to take those guys off the board. I think that is it. All right, we see move, just in entry of Maggots and Beckett's. Nice move there by Chad. There's a Chad move on Johnny Stockton. What else have I managed to miss in the little time I was away? Spidey is up 12 spots. He loves it doing that, doesn't he? He loves his qualifying a bit low down and really earn it during the race. Josh Breen's up 12 as well. Listen to that Lexus. It is hard pressed to find a better sounding GT3 car than this one. And I like the fact it's in the series now that we have full customs, because I cannot stand, as you all know, the lack of options in game. Alright, what questions have I missed? Was it for delivery of a new GT3 car? No, I wish. Nah, I'm actually sorting out some brake caliper stuff for my current vehicle, and I needed assistance with a little bit of a job. Lap 13, club corner, sausage curb gets a stop go 30 for an instant. So the curb gets a stop go 30 as Joshy Breen comes in. P2 has pitted. Lachlan Henderson's also just jumped in the pits. And that looked like a little it's just crossed my mind. He just put some fuel in. There was no tyre change there. Where's Bub now? He's back in the battles. He got spun earlier. Nah, not Brembo. No need just yet. One day I might upgrade, but what other chat questions? Fire away, give me something. Did anyone answer about if breakfast cereal is soup? And JP's now gone in straight after Lachlan Henderson. I don't think it's going to be a big deal covering him off. We might actually throw up pit length. Pitted time. See what that shows us. I'm going to drag that over here because I can't see a thing. If you stay out. Samwise is in. Samwise is battling Megan D for quite some time there. Let's just look at the pit stops. Henderson was actually in for one of the longest stints, so he definitely changed tyres. I just must have got the back end of that stop. The GOAT, Lee Perkins, 104. That's a cracking pit stop. Now, I'm fairly sure that time you see there is from the pit entry line to the pit exit. So JP's 1:14 as compared to the others in that top 10 bracket prior to the stops. We've got Hignett with 1:11. Sam Myers is still ticket 1:14, same as JP. Sean and Glover 1:15. So the Chad Pit Stop Awards goes to Lee Perkins. Good stuff. Spidey currently... No, I'll take that back. Chad Pethybridge has gained the most position so far. Even though he hasn't stopped. Let's not get the truth in the way of a good story. He's absolutely flying. Then Vincenter comes in. I'm going to guess Vincenter's 1:15. What the hell have I read? As long as you have pineapples on your cornflakes. There's only one thing you have on cornflakes, and that's sugar. More sugar. Question. Why did the Socceroos have to give me 15 minutes of hope this morning? Only let France... Who knows? I've gone out to my lounge room to sit down and watch just as we banged in that first one. And then we just sat back and said, hey, France, show me how good you are. All right, we will then.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
There we go, halfway mark of this little mini endurance race. John Senekis leads the way, yet to serve a stop. I don't know if you could get the full race with the one tank. Anyone in the chat able to confirm that? Surely not. You probably could if you fuel save, but you lose so much time, it wouldn't be worth it. You're better off pitting. Vincent's stop was a 1:11. Mega. If I did a stop, it'd probably be a 1:20. So next week we are off to Kyalami for our Kyalami 9 hour. Our very last endurance round for 2022. And Chad's got a bit deep there. And we'll be back though first week or second week of Feb for the start of a new series and a new season. So make sure you get a good break in over the holiday season. It's good to have a break. We'll be doing some more little solo fun stuff to keep you guys racing if you want that. So on AMS2, ACC, F1. But really looking forward to another big year next year. This year has gone very quickly. Isn't that what they do every World Cup? Look, there's no hope for Australia. Look, when people give me crap because we got smashed or we don't lose or don't win, I always we're not meant to. Is our squad the second or third cheapest if it was to be bought? Garfield cart. I want to play our Fallout Guys session again because that was absolutely insanity. Or something like that where there's just a massive multiplayer fun night. Jackbox works to a degree, but again, that can get pretty out of hand pretty quick. And John's in now. So is Robert Maddox. The Maserati race is what Scarney can't wait for. It's not the worst thing to wait for. I think out of all the GT4 cars in game, it'd be a toss up between the Maserati and the Ginetta that I'd love to own or race. Ginetta would be always fun. What does the wear compare like from Silverstone to Mount Panorama? We did see a few people last season not change tyres. And I'm just keeping an eye on these pit stops. They will tell us if they've stopped or not. And I reckon maybe it'll be sub-minute, 9 seconds. But yeah, I reckon everyone's going to change. Lachlan Nichols is going to have to go in and put his off-road tyres on. Get some more tread. A couple excursions tonight. So, well, I've got your chat. Still so much higher than Petwet. Well, there you go. Still, someone's going to try it. Just try it, just for me. All right, next year, our endurance events. I've seen a lot of comments, posts, suggestions on what tracks you'd like to see. I'll pick a track tonight based on chat. So the track that's mentioned the most in chat, I will put on the calendar. So it's up to you. If you want to see an endurance track next year and race that, get it up on chat. Ferox, get the fuck out. Harold's in. Ashland Reynolds leads this race. Yet to pit as well. You won't be too far away. I don't know what's happened along the way here, but John Stockton, no, sorry, Sneakers, has managed to get in front of Henderson. So Henderson's dropped a position. Could be with traffic. And John's not entitled here to have to give the position up. This is for position. It's just John hasn't served a stop yet. I just want to say that I'm only counting 1 vote per person. Nice try, Cody. So looking at that, we've got 2 Alton, 3 Alton, okay, 3 Alton Park. But Donington's way. Oh, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, don't do it. It's already dead. Just got to be a little bit more cautious with those around you. Poor Lachlan has been hit from pillar to post there. It's okay. Interesting. Bold strats all the... Okay, that's not going to pull up any time today. Get off the grass, Josh. Get off the grass. Yeah, the Porsche isn't an easy car to save when you have a bit of a rear contact like that. This weight transfer is a little bit different. But you can see it's seen better days. It's got Hignett and Vincent are right behind him, and they're going to be chomping at the bit here to get past. Ripperoonie. bus. I'm seeing tracks on this list that I haven't. Oh, he's pitted. Henderson's had to pit there. I can imagine that's for damage. I'm seeing track lists in the chat that you haven't mentioned on Discord. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're just playing here. You're playing games. You play games. Oh, don't dare me. I'll put 96 hours of Brands Hatch. I'll do it. G'day, Scruff. How are you, buddy? Long time no see. All right, we've got Reynolds, D, Rad, Bubnow, and Stockton yet to pits. You can see Henderson's got in for his second stop. Some contact with another car. Well, two cars, actually. Maybe even three cars. I think everyone just taking a little swipe at him on the way through. John Rad, he's going to go to the end. He's not going to pit. He said in his pre-race conference that he's sacked his pit crew. He doesn't believe in fresh tyres, and he owns 3 jerry cans, so he's not going to be pitting tonight. And good work, John. I love a different... Way to make a liar out of me, John. Thanks, mate. Anyway, lovely weather we've got here at Silverstone. JP up to P2. He's nearly back in the lead. He's a provisional leader at the moment because Reynolds hasn't pitted and D's just gone in then. I feel like you're being lied to. It was great timing. Sometimes those things just pay off. If John was watching the stream and did that, I don't know if it'd be funnier than if he wasn't. If anyone takes things too literal, no, he didn't have a press conference and tell us he wasn't pitting. 10-second penalty there for car 121, causing a collision on lap 25. That could be the one with Henderson. Yes, that was John Stockton picking up the pen. All right, let's just look at the leaderboard here quickly. There's a couple of penalties. That's it. That's all you need to see. Scani is saying, put Bathurst back on the sprint calendar. Yes, it's been on there several times though. And there's no reason it won't be in the future. But it probably won't be season 1 next year because we've got the Bathurst 12. And I want to try not to double up as much in terms of that. We want to do a couple of Pro Series next year. Also, we want to split that up so it's not right around special events. So it's a bit of a track Jenga. As Vintner looks... John wants to get to the pits. Leave him alone, lads. Let the man pit. We'll keep watching these guys, though. Hey, it's Mr. Andrew. Hello, sir. Malak, mate, good to hear your voice in the comments box again. Been a year or so, but I'm on my way back to the land of the living and racing here soon. Oh, love to see you back on track, mate. Hope everything is going well for you, wherever you are in the neck of the woods. Coda, 8 to 10 hour. Connor, you can just pay me an iced coffee for that. Anyone going to the Bathurst 12 hour next year? Yes. There are several people already mentioning that in chat in Discord that they're going. I'd love to. Yeah, no. The reason why we've got to dabble that because of the way the endurance calendar has been not pre-programmed in advance. It's been a vote, so some of the tracks that we wanted to do potentially earlier got done around the same time as the endurance. So that's kind of how that's transpired. Plus, we've got the Pro Series. We had to work out the Sprint Series schedule to have those tracks work well with an event like that. So it's, yeah, there's a lot of chess going on behind the scenes when it comes to tracks. And sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But don't worry, mate. I'll get the Bathurst in the sprints. But could it be a Pro Series track? Could it be a Pro Series track? I think it could. I think it could. Well, shout out to Andika Rama Mulana. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But he was racing on a different rig in a different part of the world, I'm fairly sure, on Saturday night. He'll be missing round 2 because he's off to somewhere else to compete in the GT7 Championship, if I've also read correctly. So good luck to you, Mr. Milana. I go every year. I'd love to go to the 12-hour. It's a funds problem. Plus, they don't let people out of Tassie anymore. Who's going to the Grand Prix next year? I think it's the time for an OOR catch-up again at the Grand Prix. G'day, Jared. What happened tonight, mate? I saw your name out there, then I didn't. Was 2020 the one with the famous photo of the kangaroos at Skyline with the Bentley going over? Obviously, there was a lot more to it that you didn't see on air, which was RIP, some kangaroos, but that was pretty iconic. Maddox on the back of Herod here. Both having a stellar race. Rob's up 4, Herod's up 7. You can see everyone in that top 10 excluding the Sneakers brothers. Oh, sorry, top 8 have game positions. And everyone has served a stop. Not that they had to. And it looks like Henderson's pulled the pin in his car tonight. Yeah, I think that photo oh, don't tell me that. That's just ruined my whole life, Ferrix. I just based my entire life over that photo and kangaroos being baller. Life's changed. I'll never be the same. Oh, I hope you get a good rest, Jared, and rest up. Early night tonight. Damn you, World Cup, and damn my sleep. I'm not a huge soccer/football person, but I'd never miss a World Cup. I barely miss a game. These times, though, absolutely suck. Whereabouts are you in the neck of the woods? And do you watch the World Cup? And are the times friendly? Fittingly in this race, the top 3 in the championship are currently 1, 2, 3. Where is Vincent in the standings? Vincent is P5, Hignet's P4. So those two are separated by, oh wow, 18 points in the championship. And there's Sopiru around tonight. Yeah, the 3 a.m., 6 a.m. games for me are savage. I'm not a morning person. 12 is just easy. It's just, it suits me to a T because we wrap up a few things here at night time in Asia Pacific OOR. Sit down, get a late snack, nice coffee, watch a 12 o'clock game. If I'm not doing anything stream-wise, sneak in the 9 maybe. But those don't last long. After the initial round, it's just 2 a.m., 6 a.m. I think of the children. Think of the children. That's one way to blue flag yourself off track. I nearly got out of head. Chad, you're nearly faster doing that, mate. Wedding's out. Fan it out? I don't know. It's good to see Rob's having a nice race here tonight. He's been a bit under the pump. A bit unfortunate in a few races of late. He's brought his A game though with his livery. Stellar looking. Absolutely stellar there, Rob. The highlights of the way to watch the World Cup. Well, I make sure any game that I don't watch, I always watch to see what the goals were. I like to see if there's any worldies. All about that worldies. And following the players that I follow team-wise, IRL. But being motorsport fans in Australia, we're kind of used to shitty times. I do refuse to watch 4 a.m. F1 races. They can get in the bin. And it's always hard to watch them after the fact due to social media and not knowing the results because, yeah, it's very, very hard. Oh, Rob's looking around the outside. Matty, again, I've mentioned it before, that third one in. Got to be so careful because you're not just dealing with the car ahead's braking and manoeuvring and positioning. You're dealing with what they're dealing with the car ahead of them, and it's just easy to get tripped up. As Samwise covers off the inside, it looked late, but I think that's fair. Oh, Rob's had to kind of really go wide to not get hit there. Still good driving by all involved so far. 24 minutes to go. Samwise. If I could describe Samwise in one word and be PG, I'd say competitor. Yeah, that was diplomatic. I'll go with that. He doesn't go to bed with any unanswered questions. Did I have enough of a crack tonight? Yes. Should I have? Yes. How about if I? Yes. That's Samwise. He's got his work cut out there at the moment. Rob is looking very racy. He was one of our original 40 competitors for the Pro Series, but unfortunately had to withdraw, which I support. It's a very stressful series, but it's great to see him out there tonight. Matty Herod of the Disciples of Speed. The only thing this man's done wrong is put chrome on his car, but not everyone's perfect. Remember early days ACC where these chrome levies would really tank CPU usage of those with lower CPUs. And they look crap. So we didn't allow them. We tried to not allow them, then we're like, yeah, just do whatever. But I don't mind that one. That gets a pass. Haven't missed a single F1 race live since I started watching in 2017. That is amazing. That sounds like me with NBA and my Phoenix Suns. I reckon in the last 4 or 5 years, I could count the amount of games that I haven't watched live, maybe on 2 hands. Oh, looks like Herod's got the inside line here. So Maddox didn't want to overfight it, which is a smart way to go. reset, try and go again, maybe even get behind Herod and get him dragged past Samwise. You can see in the background, looks like Sean Glover, who's been up. He's had everything going on tonight. He qualified P3, but had a 2 plays grid penalty. Got to P5. Little incidents. But he's still on the top 10. When is the last time Minister got a podium? Last week, and the week before that, and probably the week before that. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but the person driving it in this split, he's very good in it, and he's very good overall. So, yeah, it's not a highly selected car as well, so it's going to be hard to see it. And I haven't missed a single F1 Series stream since joining in 2018. That is a weird flex. Well, you've matured along the way, Jared, and I've been very proud of you in recent times. It's a pleasure having you around, and we always love your support. Hopefully a little bit more luck on track in the future. My good man. Herod is looking ready to rock and roll here. And if I'm Maddox, I keep saying it, third man in, you've got to be careful. And he's got to have a look. Oh, this is going to be... Yep, he's brake. He's tapped out. Bide your time. Bide your time. Yeah, just a little bit too close there. Hopefully he gets a good exit. But with 20 minutes to go, this is a fantastic battle, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Glover in the background gets involved. Card on a 10-second penalty for leaving the track and gaining an advantage on lap 31. Sneaky. $10 p.m. F1 races are very chill. Oh, F1 at 10 or 11 p.m. Even they're great. After tea, you're chilled out. Yeah, they're great. It's, you know what? If the races were on like at 5 or 4 every round, it would feel weird now. Like, I'd be like, what do I do afterwards? It's the old Narcos meme. What car did you pick to get back in the series, Ferox? Was it the Mercedes? Oh, he's tried. It's not easy. Samwise moved over to the inside there and couldn't come back across. Only had one defensive move. And being so close to the braking area, you don't want to be coming back across and moving your line. But Herod just couldn't get enough grip to sneak it around the outside. We're not going to leave this battle for some time because I'd love to see 3 cars going head to head. Oh, you went the Nissan. Oh, Maddox. Really slippy there. So Glover is 2 seconds back behind Maddox. I'll keep an eye on that delta. They come in pretty quick when you're defending the way this is going. JP 6.6 seconds up the road from John. John commanding lead over Reynolds. So the top 3 are pretty much locked in, bar a disaster. Or aka Sneakers Internet. But P6 right here, this is a great battle. It's up for grabs. Oh, it's so close. It's not easy to be this close on track. Samwise is currently P6 in the championship. The driver behind P5 and Maddox is in P9. So again, these are all for championship points, championship positions. You get 1 drop round. So your worst score for the year Series gets taken out. And look who's behind already. 1.4 seconds taken out on this lap. As I was saying, it doesn't take long when you're defending to cost yourself so much time. And we're about to see a four-way battle. Sean Glover is P7 in the championships. 5, 6, 7 and 9 right here. Battling it out for P6. All right, chat. Out of these four, who's going to finish ahead? Who's going to finish ahead out of these four? We've got Holmes, Herod, Maddox. That is not going to help your cause. And Glover. And before long, it looks like Megan D might enter this battle as well. Samwise. Yeah, he's a hard man to get past. I need like 3 drop rounds. Fluky. It'd be like that sometimes, mate. Well, there's 15 minutes to go. There's plenty of time here to get yourself set up for a move. But where do you make it? Samwise is defending very nicely where he needs to be. Megan D 1 second behind this battle. It's going to turn into a 5-way. That might be on someone's bucket list, but not for me. And here we go. They call this a groupie. A groupie or... No. Oh, Aaron's just a bit deep under brakes. It's going to cost himself 2, maybe 3 positions. I think someone in chat just said that. That was likely to happen. But Megan D's here to party. Oh, this is brave battling. As it comes down to Megan and Beckett's. Megan D has managed to hold on around the outside. That's great driving. Matty's got all this pace though, so he's still got his chance to gain a few more positions back. But he's taking himself out of that box seat to get past Samwise. Demonetised. Oh, geez, that would have happened years ago. If anyone's watching, you can see there that he's got that inside line to dive into, but you just got to have the nous and the experience to know if, 1, you can pull it off, and 2, do you have enough of the track there to legitimately get alongside before the turn in, and he's getting them all right so far. We'll stay with this battle for a little bit longer. So the money's on Samwise here. Law feels like a death is coming on. I think if there is one, it'll be self-inflicted. Oh, it's a very aggressive inside line. Maybe even too much. Compromises his own entry into the next corner, but he's put his car in the right spot there, and Maddox can't do anything about it. $12 minutes to go. JP leads the race. He's also got the fastest lap. I haven't done the maths, but he'd be awfully close to securing a championship win very soon, if not next week in the second last round, the penultimate round, which isn't next week, sorry, the week off. It'll be in 2 weeks' time at the Nürburgring. Nürburgring's a good track. One that's grown on me. There's a couple of tracks we haven't done much of in recent times, and I think one of those would be Mazzano. That is one way to take that corner. If you don't like tyres or have any self-respect for your tyres. What's other tracks we haven't done much of? We still haven't done Sedderton, so you can all just... We have to suck it up soon and get it on the sprint calendar. Just for a round. Sedderton has feelings too. Maddox looks on the inside. Glover holds on. Oh, how they not touch. And Megan D takes advantage of it. Oh, Rob's been stitched up a couple of times here. He gets close enough. Has to lay off because the car ahead's maybe compromised their own entry or exit. One thing I've always found amusing as an admin is everyone's different opinions on circuits. Like, I don't think there is one track in ACC that everyone goes, yep, that's a baller. That is GOAT tier circuit. There will always be someone that will like, nah, it's a piece of shit. Nah, I'd rather drive around my house. Or the opposite. Oh, that's the worst track I've ever been at. Oh, that track's fire. There's never an agreement. And if you read the Discord sometimes, you'd think all the tracks sucked. Oh, never change. Never change. Those conversations are great. Zandvoort is going to be, I'm just going to say it, Zandvoort's going to be an endurance track next year. That is going to, and it'll be fun. And you'll enjoy it. I'll make you enjoy it. Donington Park, you'll enjoy it. Imola, GOAT. But we will probably take a break from places like Spa, Kyalami, Silverstone might get a break. It's good to experience new things, so they say. I think Brands Hatch is one of those in this community. Oh, it is. And I also, I bet that drum a lot about Brands being absolute garbage. But I think it's just because I haven't enjoyed it in these cars on this game. Whereas in other forms of motorsport, it's a lot of fun. Is anyone out there that doesn't like Silverstone? Like, can we agree this track's pretty good? Anyone? Anyone out there? Dude, this is alright. Laguna, again, that's polarising. I'm not... That's... Being blunt, it's probably one of the most boring circuits to broadcast. It just got no life to it. It just feels dead. I can definitely understand it has that different type of challenge, though. There you go. Sam, Silverstone sucks. That's fine. Reynolds hates it with a passion. Well, we can't agree, can we? Right. Well, I'm going to find a track. Oh, Bab. Imagine if Zandvoort had the current layout with the banked corners and the slight changes to Sector 2, or end of Sector 1. Seriously, it would fast become a favourite of a lot of drivers. But this is why I love Silverstone. You see this so often. These battles that just go on and on. It's a good track. I just said, I don't mind Monza. I think it's overrated. But a Monza Enduro is actually pretty good. It's all about precision there. But I can see how it could be pretty boring. Yes, JP, you're still leading. Yes, John, you're still behind. But I just cannot take my eyes off these cars here. Good, hard, clean racing. This is what we like to see. I want more of it. What else did... Oh, Diabots. I hate Silverstone. Nürburgring is my favourite for side-by-side racing. Speaking of side-by-side, that's very close. That's a non-consensual peck on the cheek. I think Megan might have done enough here. No, there's a little bit of a touch. Oh, she might have enough of a track ahead to get under the brakes, and she does. Got to leave the space on the inside for Samwise. Got to watch the apexes. No, don't do that, Sean! Oh, thank you, Sean. Tap out, tap out. You're being chokehold. And then Rob's. Oh, that's a send. Holy smokes! What is going on? Megan D gets ahead of Samwise Holmes though, but kicking off in the background, Sean is being extremely brave, maybe a little bit too brave. And I don't know how he hasn't lost that car, to be honest. Megan, get the hell out of there now, because it's going to kick off. It is going to kick off. Yeah, poor Maddox again. He just had to tap out because cars ahead were manoeuvring, and he just had to avoid their mistake and loses a position. But you're still in the fight, Rob. You're still in the fight. D, Holmes, Glover, Herod, and Maddox. Now that car's going to need a pressure washer. Oh, I've got a funny story to tell you, because she never watches the stream. She never watches the stream. Well, she might hear me from the other room. But bought my partner an electric scooter, because I've got one and we bum around the city a lot in, and it's a lot of fun. She tested it today. She fell off in the first 30 seconds. I said, cross the street, because the other side of the road's a lot smoother on the footpath. She fell off in 30 seconds. I turn around and I hear a noise, and like, she hasn't, has she? And she's been on a scooter a lot, the electric scooters you can hire. Oh, and she smashed her freaking speedo and her throttle. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, I think we've all done that. We've got ourselves something new, and a pushy bike we've fallen off, or we've dinged a car, we've gutter rashed it. Yes. I love my electric scooter. It helps with my health to get around a lot in areas where you wouldn't normally check out the city, and I'd like to explore. You can do a bit more than you can just walking around. And normally my partner or my friends are on the electric scooters, or they're walking, or they're on a bike. So I'm normally bombing away ahead, because my scooter can go like 40k, and the electric ones you can hire like 25 max in the zones. But yeah, she fell off within 30 seconds. GG's. Oh, there's a couple of battles in the last 2 minutes of the race here. This is for 11th. Tyquin. He's been... Oh, sorry. I take that... Yep, sorry. Tyquin, 11th. Connor, Lachlan, and Bub now right behind. So these guys have been going out for at least half an hour. Where do we focus? I think the battle ahead for 5th is just about settled down. Or 6th, sorry. Noski for pro. Put the pressure on the great man. Tyquin ahead here. Does have a 10-second penalty I can see on the other timing sheet. And Nichols is going to send it. Great move. You're going to go the switch back, Connor, but he's going to be on the outside.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
If he can get his brakes nailed, no. Lachlan Nichols has done well there. Going up a little bit later to cover off that switch. Great racing. JP, he's been stellar again this season. Mr. Consistent. He's on to the last lap. Oh my God. Okay. Ooh, Maddox a little bit deep. It's just not Glover. But you could throw a blanket over 4 cars then, so kind of been expecting it for the last 40 minutes. Spittles is a second race back this series. Had an amazing curse last week. So I reckon those drivers have settled down. Nichols is ahead. Tyquin, Atkins. Might just sit on this. But it's been another successful mini enduro. We've had a... No, don't go too wide through there, please. I just said successful. Looking at the leaderboard though. Oh, who's driver of the day? Like, obviously you'd want to give it to the winner because they've won, but no, we're not about that. Your prize is winning the race. Ashland up 7 from P10. Oh, sorry there, JP. And there's our race winner. Super consistent. Fastest lap of the race with a 58.2. Brother John crossing the line P2. And Reynolds, as I was just mentioning, up 7 positions from 10th. Going to pick up another podium. He sits P3 in the championship. Vincent, he's gone about his business. And he's held off Hignett for the majority of this race. P4 for Vincent, P5 for Hignett. We've got Megan D, who managed to somehow get through that gaggle of cars, gap them, and finish 6th. Samwise, he's going to cross the line 7th. Head of Herod, Maddox, and looks like Sean Glover. Nichols, Connor Atkins. Bubnow's got past. Tyquin has dropped a few positions. He does have the penalty. But his arch nemesis, or good mate, Spidey, is going to send him around for his troubles. Is he out of fuel? His car did something weird right at the end there, and I think he's out of fuel. That's a guess, but I'm assuming that he's run out of the old petrol. We'll go over the standings properly by the classes shortly. Joshy Breen crosses the line. The last one across the line will be, who knows, because the game didn't find it. Tyquin is out of fuel. Oh, that is... That's something my mate Mitch would do. Oh, send it, hang it, hold it. That'd be so much fun. Right, we wait for the timing sheet to tick over, then we'll check out the results for round 5 in the Split Sunset. Best Ben, 10 out of 10. Well, he's got the fans. I mean, he's had a great race, Ben Vincent, P4. Some solid work here by Herod in the gravel. But yeah, big fan of this format. I don't think you should do them too often in the series, but yeah, it's definitely a different type of race to look forward to. And we wait for the results to kick over. Then I'm gonna put some calipers on the car at 9:45. Whenever you want game, you can skip. G'day, Moritz. How are we, sir? Go Saudi Arabia in the World Cup. Absolute stellar performance last night against Argentina. There we go. Thanks, game.
Green light, go, go, go.
All right, let's break down the race. Qualifying, you can see it was Sneakers, Glover, Henderson, Cardillo, Blair, D, Vinter, Ignat, Reynolds. Glover had a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Engaging race. Henderson had a couple of things go wrong. He had to serve a second stop, which kind of ruined his night, so he retired. Cadillo was spun early. Blair ran out of internet or PC. D had a great race. Vincent had a great race. Hignett, Reynolds, they're all moved up. So let's go over the results. And in the pro class, Senekis won. That is the Jean-Pierre. John Senekis P2, Reynolds P3. We've got Vincent, Hignett, D. Holmes, Herod, Glover, Maddox. Glover, if you watch this back, you are pro. Thanks to your Pro Series success. So Lachlan Nichols will pick up the Pro-Am win. Connor Atkins P2. Bubnow, great recovery drive for P3 with Scanlon and McDonald. McDonald is leading the Pro-Am. He should still be, but he is in the battle with Bubnow, so check back later. And in the AM class, the podium was Stockton, Kasha, Graham. Graham who only managed 4 laps, unfortunately. And not sure why these two are still silver, but well done. Podium stuff for you guys. So great to kick off round 5. Tomorrow night we're off to Split Ascari and Split Beckett's. And then we have the European splits dancing around here. North America will have the week off to celebrate Thanksgiving over there. And they'll be participating during the bye round next week. As will Europe, whose round last week had to be postponed a week, thanks to several things that weren't in our control. But these things happen. In the meantime, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm going to head off and watch more of the World Cup and put some calipers on a car. You guys take care, and we'll see you again same time tomorrow night. Catch you then.